Welcome, my dear students. In this lecture, we will discuss what is fiction and its elements. The word fiction has been derived from Latin word fictus, which means to form, to create. Fiction is a term used to denote stories or accounts which are based on imagination. Now, can you recall the fairy tales or other stories that your mother or grandmother used to tell you about animals, monsters, or even human beings that existed in faraway countries or in the primordial times? These are fictional narratives. Fiction is therefore any form of narrative which deals in part or in whole with events that are not factual but rather are imaginary and invented by its author. Now we will discuss the elements of fiction. These elements are plot, theme, subject matter, characterization, setting, language, and point of view. Plot. Plot is often listed as one of the fundamental elements of fiction. It is an order of events and actions of a story. Plot has a beginning, middle, and an ending. In fiction, the author tells a story by dramatizing human conditions and human relationships. In doing this, she uses characters to live out the experiences presented in the work as they engage in certain actions and involve themselves in series of events and incidents which are arranged in a particular sequence. This sequence is plot. There are two basic types of plot: simple plot and complex plot. A simple plot in most cases presents the adventures of one character, usually the hero, from the beginning to the end. A good example is Henry Fielding's Tom Jones. Complex plot. Complex plot is more complicated. The story here doesn't run chronologically from the beginning to the end. Theme, subject matter. Theme is the central dominating idea in a literary work about human experiences. Theme is usually seen as an abstract concept like love, crime, marriage, bad leadership, justice, and many other issues that reflect human experiences. This means that the theme is not written down anywhere in the work, so you have to read the work very carefully to understand the theme. If you have read Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, for instance, the central idea or dominating idea there is marriage. The subject matter is a kind of summary of what is presented in the work. It is what the story is all about. It is the subject of discussion in the work, which is different from theme. The theme refers to the ideas which are stated abstractly, but the abstract ideas are dramatized to the subject matter. Next element is characterization. It refers to the way an author creates the characters in the work to describe the theme. A character is a participant in the story and is usually a person, but may be any personal identity, an animal, or an entity whose existence originates from the fictional work. The character is revealed in such a way that the reader becomes familiar with the character's nature through the character's words and actions. There are two main types of characters. These are flat characters and round characters. Flat characters are those characters who remain same in the course of the story from the beginning to the end. Round characters. Round characters are those characters that grow in the course of the narration. Next element is setting. It comprises the location and time of a story. It is the place and time in which the story takes place. Setting is important in fiction because the story being told in a particular work must take place in a particular location and at a particular period. The characters cannot operate in a vacuum. They need a place and a period to live and interact. And that place and period constitute setting in literature. Basically, there are two types of setting: physical setting and geographical setting. The reader identifies setting easily through the mention of some identifiable locations and dates, but in some cases, the writer doesn't mention real names of locations or known historical date, so all the names are fictitious. In the latter case, it is difficult to identify setting in the work. However, there are pointers which could enable the reader identify the setting. These pointers include names of the characters, issues they discuss, and other events in the work. Next element is language. Language is the channel of communication in all genres of literature, but each genre has its own use of language that makes it unique or that is appropriate for its mode of presentation. The writer tells not just the story as it concerns events, incidents, and situations, but in the narration probes the inner workings and feelings of a character. All these are presented in a particular language. The writer chooses the best words that would convey his message appropriately. Last element is point of view. We must have learned by now that a writer tells a story, but we haven't discussed how that story is told. A storyteller may tell the story as if she is a participant in that story, or present it in such a way that it will be clear that he or she is reporting what happened to others. This manner of narration is basically called point of view. Point of view signifies the way in which an author tells her story. It reveals the position from which the events are presented by the writer. There are different types of point of view. These are first person point of view, second person point of view, third person point of view, and multiple point of view. First person point of view. In the first person point of view, the narrator speaks directly from his or her own experience. It is often represented by the narrator's consistent use of the first person pronoun I. This narrator is often a participant in the events of the story. She may be an observer, the protagonist, or a minor character. The first-hand account of a narration produces an intimacy that helps to further captivate the interest of the reader. It also helps to reduce the communicative distance between the reader and the experiences of the characters. When the first person narrator is the protagonist, she tells his or her own story, as we can see in Daniel Defoe's Robinson Crusoe. Second person point of view. This is rarely used by writers. It is a narration presented in the second person pronoun you. Third person point of view. It is a narrative mode in which the writer presents events and situations through narration and through the senses and thoughts of more than one character. In this type of narration, the writer is presumed to see and know everything about the characters, including their innermost feelings. Multiple point of view. This occurs when a number of characters tell the story. There may or may not be a central narrator, but there are usually a number of various voices who move the story forward, each contributing to and passing judgment on the action. This narrative technique has the advantage of allowing the reader to hear the story from different perspectives and angles. Thanks for watching.